Look, you guys, today was the Switch 2 Direct. I'm sure you're all well aware of it. But we have to talk about it. We have to talk about all the stuff that happened today. I want to do a little overview of everything that happened, some of the highlights of it all. This isn't SilkSong related, but it is because it's here. But anyway, this is a Nintendo video, you guys. Let's talk about it. And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Please like and subscribe. This is such a big moment for everybody. This is so good, and I am so excited to be a YouTuber this year for all of this. And I'd love to keep seeing all you guys. So drop a sub, and stick around. It's gonna be a great time. Anyway, I wanted to go over the Switch 2 Direct in its entirety. I wanted to look over an article about it, and just because, in the moment you can miss a lot. I didn't see dates on everything. I don't remember, I don't know when Elden Ring is coming. I don't know about the Dusk Bloods game might be next year. I don't know. I just want to re-familiar myself with everything that happened, because after SilkSong was shown, the brain just stops working at that point. And SilkSong people lost their mind. There's some people, I seen, if anybody watches Spawn Wave, I seen Spawn Wave's video talk about how I can't believe they did this to SilkSong people. They must be losing it. It's like, no, we're happy. We're thrilled. This is great. This is amazing. Confirmation. It's this year. We all believe. We're all ready. Now, if for some odd reason it got delayed to next year, we would lose our minds. But it's not happening, you guys. And I'm working on another video for the SilkSong people that are here. And we're going to break down we're going to find when SilkSong's coming, because we know some little things about how they want to release it. We think. So let's find a good time of when SilkSong actually might come out. But we'll do that soon. Anyway, on to the Switch 2 Direct, you guys. So what do we know about the Switch 2 so far? All right. This is a recap from CNET. All right, so we do know that it's coming on June 5th. We know that it's going to be $450. Looks like pre-orders will be opening up at Best Buy. But also Nintendo's doing this thing where you can register, and they will reach out to you when they're ready. And if you have, so many hours on the Switch, and if you've been a member for so long, your chances that increase. Or I guess that's the only way you can get it through Nintendo. Yeah, so that is how they're going to fight the scalpers. You have to show interest in it, and they are going to lock behind the pre-orders, which will be nice. And maybe they'll do waves of it, where it sells out, and then they do another wave beforehand, before it even drops. Who knows? But so let's look at the release date games. Now, everything that'll be there day one, which is Arcade Archives 2 Ridge Racer, Bravely Default HD Remaster, Civ 7, Cyberpunk 2077, which will be cool. I've never played that. Deltarune. This is the big one. This is the one that kind of had me shook for a second. Oh my God. Because look, you guys, anyone who knows me as a SilkSonger knows that I have been a very hopeful, humble believer for very long. And I broke this week. I was finally a doubter after the Switch 1 Direct. After that just came so weirdly and just, was gone and no sign of anything good even on that Direct. I didn't think this was it. But here we got Deltarune and SilkSong in the same Direct. And Deltarune is going to be there day one, which is insane. I know people are so stoked for that. I have not personally played Deltarune or Undertale. Please, degrade me in the comments for that. But I would like to at some point. I just haven't. All right, we also have Fast Fusion, Fortnite, of course, Kunitsugami, Path of Goddess, Hitman World of Assassination, which I just love the Hitman games, so I'm really excited for that. Hogwarts Legacy, Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, which should be a free pack-in, but whatever. Nobunaga's Ambition, I don't know, Puyo Puyo Tetris, Rune Factory, Street Fighter 6, Survival Kids, Split Fiction will be a great one for day one. And The Legend of Zelda Switch 2 editions, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Sorry. Oh, and also Yakuza 0, which I don't know anything about the Yakuza games, but this actually might be the reason I play a Yakuza game because, you know, I would like Hitman. I'll probably get Deltarune. Maybe I'll familiarize myself with Deltarune. I'd like to get Cyberpunk. Mario Kart World, of course. All right, that's already like 4 games right there. Maybe even Street Fighter 6 and Yakuza. Those seem like my day one games. Maybe get the upgrades of my originals. I don't know. All right, so, and then they let us know that it'll be at Best Buy for midnight launch, which is great. I'm going to try maybe to get Best Buy or GameStop pre-order personally so I can be there at midnight, but I also have to see Kendrick that day, so maybe kind of hard. Anyway, we also know that the cartridges are now going to be red, which is pretty cool, I guess. And I think they're a little bit better, which will give third parties more incentive to put their games on because third parties did not like the cartridges at all. All right, they are also letting you share screenshots directly to your phone. I never noticed this. I don't know how much they talked about that. They have parental controls, which is nice because they can let parents decide how the Switch works and not make the Switch completely locked for adults. And oh, hello, SILKSONG. God, I love how this is like this is like one of the main first things, SILKSONG. That really shows you. This is CNET right here. But that really shows you. Before they talked about any other game besides day one launches, they brought up SILKSONG. They're also going to have free updates for select games. Oh, I think those just allow like mouse controls and stuff. I don't know. Ooh, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is on there, so there'll be a patch for that finally. Buckle up, Mario Kart World is going to be $80? Interesting. Oh my God, they just broke it. They just broke it. People broke it not too long ago and made it 70, and now they just broke it. It's higher. GTA, officially $100. Calling it now. Switch 2 price, which I didn't even notice. I thought that they didn't put the price in this. Oh, because they didn't. Okay, it was a press release, so it is going to be $450, and with the digital copy, it's only $500. So you save $30 if you buy the bundle. Which when I registered for my chance to order with Nintendo, I chose the non-bundle because I'd rather have a physical of Mario Kart World. But that's a pretty good deal. And then tomorrow, which we already know this, but tomorrow we have a Nintendo Treehouse. Maybe SILKSONG. I doubt they can't show us too much more though, right? But then the next day we have another Treehouse. So who knows? Who knows? We'll be able to see a lot more then. And that's a wrap without... Oh yeah, this must be old. Okay, so... Bundles announced, and the last game for today is Donkey Kong. So the Donkey Kong, I'm really excited for. My puppy Banana and I are going to play that together. I'm going to have Banana Cam set up for that. It's going to be amazing. Kirby Air Riders, this is crazy. This is the Sakurai game that actually isn't Smash or Kid Icarus. And I haven't seen people talk about that yet. And Dusk Bloods. Okay, this is a highlight. During the stream, when the Dusk Bloods trailer started, it was about 30 seconds, and they really, were just kind of doing some dialogue. They didn't really show anything at all, and I was like, wow, they really are killing the pacing right now with this. And then it says FromSoft, and I'm like, oh God, why did I just say that? And then they started really showing the game, and wow, this game looks crazy. It's vampires and other stuff. Maybe you can be a werewolf. Maybe it's a lot of different creatures and things, and... they say that it's a PvP focused and multiplayer game. But I mean, it looked like it had like single player boss fights. I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be. Oh my God. Borderlands 4. Most of you guys don't know this about me. Anybody who is a familiar watcher with me, but Borderlands is one of my favorite franchises ever. It's a... it's a cult fan base for Borderlands, and it's just a dumb, stupid, fun game with really amazing like builds and synergies with the guns and the it's great. Borderlands 3 was such a good time. It actually brought me back into gaming. Side story, I didn't game for about 7 years, you know, from like 360 to like me getting a PS4 at the very end of its life cycle. And Borderlands 3 is one of the reasons that I got a PS3 or 4 again. And God, I had such a good time with that. I'm so looking forward to 4. I don't know if I'm going to play it on Switch, to be honest. I might have to play it on PS5, but anyway, that's enough. That's enough on Borderlands. Civ 7, never played one of those games. I don't know. GameCube, major. Cannot wait to play Wind Waker. I've never actually played Wind Waker. Really excited to probably play Soul Calibur. So if anybody would like to do some little Soul Calibur tournaments or something, we can get the little chat going. I don't know, you know. The GameCube controller. So beautiful. Can't wait to have that. Hyrule Warriors. I have not played a Hyrule Warriors game. But I might go back and play Calamity of Ganon now. And, you know, that's cool. That's cool. I'm excited for that. James Bond. I have already announced this before. I wasn't aware of that. So I was really stoked when I saw that IOI was doing a 007 game. They're the people that made Hitman, and I just love the Hitman games. So this I'll definitely be checking out. Probably not on Switch though. All right. Third parties. Elden Ring, Madden, Tony Hawk. Yeah, and stuff that's already going to be on day one. Look, Elden Ring, phenomenal. I cannot wait to do an Elden Ring playthrough on Switch. I cannot wait. Drag X Drive. This game looks crazy, and I love it. And I don't know how it's going to work, but it looks like a great stream game. I hope that like people just really get pro at this game, and we see some just amazing clips from this game. This game looks like it could be actually really good. I know people are hating on it, but look, it's so cool. Wheelchair basketball, it's amazing. Who would have thought we'd ever have a wheelchair basketball game from Nintendo of all people? Yeah, and the Switch 2 upgrades, there's a lot more. There's, you know, there's a Kirby upgrade, which is basically a DLC, which is very cool. Nintendo is already changing the games with the next-gen upgrades by adding a DLC. Metroid Prime 4, crucial. Don't know if there's anything bonus with that, but that game should be Switch 2. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I don't think there's like any extra content or anything like that with it, but it'll be cool to see what those end up looking like. And there's like Super Mario Jamboree TV, which is basically like a DLC. Welcome Tour, yeah, I'm not into that. That looks kind of weird. I'm not paying for that. That should be a pack-in game. The specs seem like they could be cool. You know, people are pretty excited about a lot of these. The C button. The camera is weird. And look, while we're here, if people are even still watching, and not a lot of people want to talk about this, but as amazing as this was, the Switch 2 as a console looks a little strange. I'm mad that they're not changing their UI. Very mad about that. That's the one thing that has me upset. The camera is weird. The chat is kind of weird. I don't want it to block the screen. I hope that you can change that. Make it a lot more smaller. If not, they should update that in the future. I was hoping it would be a lot more futuristic. I was hoping, and maybe it'll run so well, the eShop will run well, but it looks like the eShop's going to be similar. Looks like everything's going to be similar, and I just hope it's way faster and smoother. And I just wish it looked a little bit different, but we'll wait to see before I really dive in on that. And yeah, 4K. All right, you guys, that is the Switch 2 Direct right there. There's probably some stuff that wasn't listed in here that I'm kind of forgetting about, but God, it was so much. It was so crazy. They really just did the best Direct that we've ever seen. I can't believe it. I'm still in shock. And tune into my next video where we are going to figure out when SILKSONG is dropping. And I hope you guys all have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye.